Yes, it is now. Okay, you don't. So today we are going to check on something called in navigation. We call it drop down navigation. So then, for instance, you may have such a navigation bar. So what happened? There is a way you create a drop down navigation bar. First of all, you need to have your navigation bar put inside a class, a coding platform, or a code. I want to hold the dog. So I got it. I continue. When I okay. So now it has got two sections. It has the HTML side and then the CSS side, where we style the navigation bar. So let me pick this to make the video short. Let me pick this HTML part and put it in my text editor, and then just explain what it is. So let me save the file so that it can be presentable. Let's save it in desktop. Let me create a new folder and call it Abdullahi, and then call this one as Navbar, and then as HTML hypertext markup language file, and then save. Yeah. So now, what is it? From this section, I am having anchors, my home, news, and then drop down. So when you look at this, home, news, then drop down, these are what? They are anchors. They are anchors. So now they have been put inside a div. A div is like a bucket. So it is a bucket or a section which can be styled separately. So we will see this div has been given a class name Navbar. So when we get to CSS, we will see how this Navbar or this section has been styled. So then you can see another div somewhere here. So there is another div here, starting from here and ending here. The outer one is starting from here, ending here. Then inside the div, there is another div starting from here, ending here. And then inside this div again, there is another one from here to here. So we'll be explaining what these divs are doing here. So now we have a class Navbar. So this just to put everything inside a bucket called navigation to style the entire navigation bar, the whole of it, the way it is. We have maybe the black background color, white words. Yeah. Then we have now anchor, the ahref. So you know that A is anchor, then href, then we normally use this as a link to the page, which is being described as home here. Then we have another one, news. So hash news is just a link. You can replace it. Then from there, after home and news, now I want you to be very keen here. After the two anchors, which is home and news, we are going to have another div being opened with and it is given another class name. So you can realize that it is another div being opened and having a different class name. So so this is another section inside. This is a section called Dropdown inside the main section called Navbar. So in this class Dropdown, we are putting there a button. And we are also giving that button a class, and then the button name is Dropdown, or the word should be displayed there is Dropdown. So this Dropdown in black here is now what is being displayed here as a Dropdown, this one. So it is also styled. Now I think I should remove let me remove what you don't know here, which is class. What happens? So what happens when you have this one? I saved it in desktop, and it is called the folder is called Abdullah. See, I have something like this. So home, news, citizen. It is a button style. There is no CSS given to this or attached to it. So then the next thing is a button. Next thing here is a button, and then after that, then there is a link 1, link 2, link 3, which are here. You see? So now it is one item because we have removed the sections or the divs. Div. What is div? Div. And then go through it so that if you don't understand it, you'll ask questions. Okay. Now I want to make this to become a div, so I'll just go back here and take this code and then put it here, and then I'll say that this is a division, or I'm creating a division and I'm giving it an identity which is a class, and the class name is going to be Navbar. Close the div with a slash div. So you see when I click, and this is the end of this page. Not style the div. Now need to have the HTML tag here. I need to have the body, and let me save again. So styles.css. So I do CSS. Yeah? CSS cascading style sheet. Yeah, cascading style sheet CSS. So now it's saved as styles.css. So this one styles.css. So here it's now styles.css. Okay, from there now we have to call what Navbar. The whole section. Maybe give it a color, background color. Make the text have a different color. So like that. It has been done here. Where was I? Now that class is called Navbar. So when you go to CSS, since it is a class, you call it using a dot operator. So the dot, this dot, don't forget it. This dot. So you call it dot Navbar, and then you put there the style you need. So like for instance, overflow, hidden, background color, and then font family. So you can research on these words to know what they really mean in CSS. So first of all, let me pick it. So I'll just pick this code here and put it in this here, and then save file, save. So .navbar is calling is hidden 333 font type Arial. So once I save this word and then I come and refresh, so I find that I am having a background color which is black, which is kind of black. If I change it here, back color, if I change it to hash, maybe F123455, and then save, and then come here and refresh, fine, maybe it has gone, meaning that is not a good color. Let me select it to 1, 2, 3, then see what happens. Not a good color. Let me make it 4 Fs. The color code for black, or let me find the color code for blue, color code for green, is this one. So I can take this color code for green. So you see how I'm getting the color code. So I can, what is the overflow in? So flow in CSS mean overflow in CSS. The browser is the net is a little bit slow. Okay, as it continues, let me first in CSS, because the Navbar is a class. In HTML we have class Navbar. This Navbar, even it a background color green, where we say .navbar, then we say background color. Okay, CSS overflow. The overflow property specifies whether to clip the content or to add scroll bars when the content of an element is too big to fit into the specified area. So when we say that overflow hidden, then we don't want to. It means that we don't want to scroll in the navigation bar. Okay. Let us proceed. Now you can see that anchor, this one, and all these things from the result, they are in one, they are underlined. Which now we need to create another div section called Dropdown immediately after news. So we need to create another div section after Dropdown. Another div called Dropdown. So div class Dropdown. So here, and then in section here on line 8. So the main section div started. So now if I click this closing tag, it closes the div, so it needs to be closed /div. Inner we call the Dropdown, and it is having the contents inside it is a button, then together with another three anchor links. Now what happens? How does below news, because we have containing everything, and then immediately after news there is a division. That is coming in. The division has now been, from the results, it has been pulled down. Now, so let us see how it has been styled. Let us see how it has been styled. So we have the button, drop-down button, and then so let us go to the CSS. How the drop-down style. So we have the nav. So let me proceed. Anchor tags in the Navbar. So let me take this code and then explain and put it in CSS. So I have to pick this section, and then let me explain this section. Let me just save again, and then let us see how it looks before I refresh. Let me do away with this div first of all, just a little bit. Remove this div. Oh, come on! Remove the one for drop down. Remove the div for drop down. Then save. So initially we have this in one line. Button, drop down button. Okay, then the div class Navbar, then button drop down. Okay, so that is what we are having now. Oh, I wanted to let me remove this CSS first of all, so that we go back to where we were. Then save, and then just refresh. So this is where we were. Home, news, drop down, link 1, link 2, link 3. Now I want to introduce another CSS, another code in CSS, which is now .navbar. So what this means is that let me read it in layman English. Inside the class Navbar, for the anchor tags, this is how they should be styled. Now that is now the layman explanation of this code, that the anchor tags inside the navigation, the Navbar class should be styled with the one. They should float to the left of the screen. They should have a font size of 16 pixels, and they should have a color white, and they should have the text should be aligned to the center, and they should have a padding of 14 and 16 pixels, and there is no text decoration. So text decoration none removes the underlining, this underlining. I think I can just remain with this code, the text decoration only. Let me cut this one kidogo, and then so that I remain with text decoration. So if I save this and then come and refresh, then you will see that the underlines happen to disappear when I refresh. So this text decoration none is the one that removes the underline. If I remove this text decoration and then save, and so that there is no, for now I don't have any styling for the anchor tags that are inside the Navbar class. So if I come back, you find that the underlines are coming back. Let me zoom the screen. So I have just zoomed the screen. This is not how your screen should be appearing. I'm just zooming for easy, so that you can see easily. Now, so I get back the text decoration none and save, so that I remove the underline. I think we had explained this one previously. Then from there, let me add some the remaining one. So float to the left simply means that this text should be start from the left. If I change to float right, right and save and then refresh, then they go to the right side. You see, they go to the right side. So most anchor tags normally float to the left. So let me maintain float it to the left, and then refresh, it comes here. So the drop down is remaining to the left because it is not an anchor. If you look at this code, if I float this to the right and then save, if I float the anchor, it is the anchors that are being floated to the right, and you realize that in HTML this is a button. This, the word drop down, is not an anchor, it is a button. In CSS, what we are floating to the right for now is the anchors inside the Navbar. So when I refresh to the right, you find that the links of the anchors, home, news, link 1, link 2, link 3, because they are anchors, they float to the right. But this one drop down, which is a button, is not floating to the right unless unless I add that the button should also float to the right. So let me just maintain to the left, so that font size, this is the size of this word, the size of these words, home, news, that is now 16 pixels. And then color, their color is white, as you can see, their color is white. This means that there is the distance between this word and the top side just sent. Actually, load your edited element. It is recording. Acha iendelee, sijui kama ili capture hiyo, but I hope ili capture. 18 minutes ni mingi, it captured. Okay, we proceed. Now you have seen now this is now styling the anchor tags inside the nav section. So the nav section is this one which is green. Okay, now the next thing that is being styled is the button drop down. So let me just copy this code and then explain here. And the thing that is being styled is the button itself. This is the class drop down. So where we have the class drop down. If you look at the HTML code, we have a button. I think this button has a class. Let me see from the developer side in HTML. So the there is a div class dropdown. Yeah, there is a div class dropdown. There is a div class dropdown. You can see here there is a div class dropdown immediately after news. So I'll put it here. Div class dropdown. Go slow. Just reload. There's div class dropdown. So it ends here. And then is the main div. So this section called dropdown. So and it contains the button and the other link 1, link 2, and link 3. So now, what is the styling that has been given to this section called dropdown, this class called dropdown? So it has been given this dropdown. Let me put it in CSS. So the next CSS is this one. So this is a class dropdown. We are calling this section. Which section? This section. Class dropdown. So this section starts from here. Overflow hidden means that we are not it is not being scrolled. Yeah. So if I save and then come here and refresh. So and I want again. So drop down, float to the left, and then overflow hidden. Is there any other CSS? Is now we are styling the button that is inside that the button. Kwani hii hapa ina shida. Ina nini? Mpaka ina initiate code. Naona inaanza kurekodi yenyewe. Kwani what is wrong with it?
Yeah. So what's up?
Haya tu nimtumie nenda mahali.
Naenda mahali.
Naambia I'm recording.
Jamaa kosa la ngombe ile mahali. Kage naenda mahali.
Kama inawezekana niambie. Sema mbia I'm recording video.
Kwa wale wanasare kuja class.
Yeah.
Ndio somaliza the latest people.
Hii software iko na. Why is it
Ini refresh ndio.
Yeah.
Ile noise hizo. So your update active.